Yo, good evening, people. It's late, ain't it? Yeah, I'm late. But we're here. I don't know what we're gonna do because it's late. But let's try and get something started, alright? I'm wondering if I broke this thing. That was a long time of nothing. I don't know, it seems the more these updates occur, the more problems I have. I'm just gonna assume my computer is garbage now, right? What used to be, hey, everything was like pew, 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 pew. It's now. Too fast. You know what? So this whole time I've been picking from here, and it's a completely different sound. Maybe it's the way the mic is placed, but this is like further back and not as up close as that. And I've been using those, and I'm like, man, it sounds a little bit on the soft side. Yeah, I like that. All right. Boom. One of these days I'll get tired of doing this and I'll reset this template. Until then, until then. So we went right back to that, didn't we? Interesting. I don't know if I do that. I was like, what? Not that. Kind of. Wait a second. Here. Hold on, cause I like the way I was going. I don't think that should be too long, but okay. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. How you doing this evening? Oh, that's all. Alright, okay. How you doing this evening, Willie? Oh wait, I don't think that's the right one. Am I changing the wrong? Or we could do this. Doing all right. Trying to see what I could make tonight. So, been pushing myself to try and do more music as opposed to the other stuff I've been doing, gaming and stuff like that. I might be getting to a point where we're kind of getting burnt out, but we got a lot done this year, so I guess you gotta keep doing it. Gain stamina with it. But my biggest thing is I've been doing more like practicing than actually like creating. So trying to get better because I want to do some other things, like move into some other genres, but I gotta further my knowledge or I'm not going anywhere, right? Um I've been kind of preaching off and on the last few days, and you only get so far playing by ear. Like your limitation is just like what you hear, right? The music you listen to, and then there gets to a point where you hear something and it sounds good, but you're unable to create it. You don't know how it works, and that started to be me. So it's like the only way that that's gonna change is gonna have to pick up some books. Like I'm gonna have to learn some stuff. So um, I decided I was gonna teach myself to play jazz. Um, mainly to learn all the different like chords and stuff like that that's used. So I want to be able to get more into doing like R&B. Eventually, I would like to move into being able to also produce like neo soul, but I know it's gonna take some time. So I've been learning a lot though. There's been a lot I've been picking up on, and it's been helping to do some things, understand some things, and even kind of create some things. And I'm excited about that. I feel like once I go through like learn more, kind of like more or less like when to do certain things or different things that I can do in those instances, then I think I think that'll be the new level for me, right? So right now, trying to see what I could get. So I'm in I'm in G minor right now. I'm trying to. I actually kind of like that sound. It's, it's an interesting sound, but that one. So okay, so we're gonna have to. Okay, okay, let's. I can't wait to hear it. I'm trying. Some stuff I build, I like it, but it's not complete. So I still have like just ideas sitting, and then I got some stuff that I've completed, and I like you know everything, and then my music theory is I'm working on that, but my audio engineering skills, on the other hand, yeah, we're good on that. So once I can get what it is that I like, then mixing it down and all that's the for me is the easy part. I can do that like quick, fast, in a hurry. And trying to do this live stream like in real time. That's a whole nother level of pressure, right? It's already enough to sit down and like I'm trying to make something, we put something together when nobody's watching. It's another thing. People are like watching you. Like, is he gonna do it? Do we get something? Does it even sound good? Like, am I even feeling this? Like, that's a whole another kind of pressure right there. So, um, but it's been going good. There's good days, there's bad days, but we just do it again, try it again. Some days we get lucky and we can create some stuff that's really cool, and some days you just gotta say, hey, we didn't make it today. We didn't make it today. And go cry off stream. Just no. Yeah, every time like it's like maybe every few beats I'll create something where I'm like, okay, I have to like top this. Like how do I like that or like the same level? And like I said, once the music theory goes up, I'll be able to keep it more consistent. But just kind of poking around for a little bit, like I'll usually figure out something that I want to do or play it a certain way. But it's not always like that. So you're his brother. Okay, yeah. My mom was telling me that she had talked to you. Um, I seen the name, but like it just wasn't clicking. So I was thinking my uncle. It's like, all right. But now that you say that, I'm like, she did say that. So nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Um, you happen to play an instrument, by the way? Cause I know my uncle did or does. And so I know a lot of people in the family do. So it's only right to ask. Um, Well, this I could always call you. So there you go. What instrument do you play? Let's start there. What instrument? So I got like a couple things that I really like, and I would like to do more of. I just gotta figure out what I did. I just gotta figure out the pattern. That's what it is. Legion of Tunes. This one was simple enough. Wasn't too much I had to do. But eventually, it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be a little more involved, and I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. So, let's see, got another that isn't quite. Legion of Tunes. Where we at? Did I delete it? I don't think so, but maybe. I may have deleted it. I don't see it. Yeah, I might have deleted it. It wasn't finished, so I bounced it out, but let me try. Hold on. We have too many folders. There it is. I didn't delete it. I only moved it. Okay, that's a different player. I kind of like this too. No excuses, yeah? That's my thing, like, I'll do it or I don't, but I'll keep going. My goal, I like to teach this stuff, right? And of course, make a living from it. I got books on like music, like the music side, the business side of things, like the law and all that stuff. So I got a lot of stuff. Just kind of getting familiar with what's out there in different avenues and stuff like that. So at some point, this will kind of, this will work for me and not me for it. Right now, I'm working for it. Trying to flip that around. So I kind of want to get to a point where not only so much the chords and things like that are a lot better, but trying to get into like different grooves and stuff as well, right? So I don't want to like limit myself to what I can do. So like something like this. So it's not just me so much like trying to learn my keyboard, but like trying to learn like how bass players play, like just trying to take little stuff that I could find and then, like try and use it. You know, it's not there, but it's enough. It's convincing. It's convincing. Like I'm kind of learning how they like to kind of play, right? A lot of times when we make music, we take whatever the bass note is and we like play that with alongside whatever chord we're playing. But it's like learning that not all the time do bass players kind of play like that, right? They might want to start off another note into that note. So just trying to learn different things and then just kind of feel my way around from that. So I've been getting away with it so far. Even kind of like messing with different scales. Like to me it doesn't matter. As long as it sounds good, I'm trying to do something with it. So I like it all. Thank you. Then it starts back over. So like, I'm just trying to make what I feel and let it go where there's use for it. I don't have a particular target. I just love making music. Trying to like get away from like samples and stuff, so like those voices, like a choir patch that I have and stuff, so it's costly, but but I can make it do things that I wanted to do, so it was worth doing. Let's see if we can. Wait, what was that? I actually like that. I actually like that sound. Have to find. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we can still do that. Okay. I've heard that info somewhere. Wait. Did I say something? Sorry. I was doing some talking, but you may have. I'm not exactly sure what I was saying. Let's see. Let's put it down, see what we get. Ah, come on. Alright, there we go. Did it not? Oh man. Alright. It was on that same pattern. I thought it was on the empty pattern. Okay, try it again. Wait, what? Yeah, and I might be doing stuff too fast myself. It started recording over here on the second section, but I could have sworn the playhead was back here. So I was wondering what I did, or did I think it was over there and it... Okay. Oh no, it did fit in one. Okay. So I didn't need to... I wasn't sure, but I wanted to be sure that there was enough space so it didn't stop recording. up just a little more. Don't have to be. Okay, that works. So I can go. Come on. Alright, but there's two different ways I can kind of play that, which is it's cool. Stops it from being completely repetitive. Yo, Slime Father, appreciate the follow. How you doing this evening? Or I should say this morning. It's getting close to midnight. So I'm smooth with it. Thank you. I'm trying. With this, and I tell people a lot, and it's helped me with like bass, is when playing it. A lot of times the bass players like to start on the 5 instead of the 1. So being that we're in G minor right now, right? If I start on the 5, which is gonna be D, but since we're starting on it, drop it an octave, right? So we wanna go from D to G, right? Right? You can find some kind of groove right there, and then you can fill it in with some of the other notes, right? Even if you wanted to, right? Right? But instead of starting on the 1, start on the 5, right? Start on the 5 and then go into the 1, or you can, in this case, I started on the 5, then went to the 7, then to the 1, and then I went to the 3, and then back to the 1. So that sounds more like how a bass player will move, as opposed to me like starting on G, right? Right? And trying to make that like the bass note. Just look at that note or that chord and find the 5, right? And then use that to start. So even when you get to the next one, I played one from 1 to 6. So I don't think you can see that there though, but alright, so this will be our 6. This will be our 1, our G minor, and then just play down here. Right? Okay. Right now it sounds more like that. And then anytime the chord changes, just look for that 5, right? Here, right? Because you'll be playing that 6. So 5, start with the 5, right? Right, and you can figure out some kind of player like groove with it, but that is what kind of took my bass lines to like another level. So yeah, I appreciate it. Now that I'm gonna have to attribute this to Complete. I have Complete 14, the collector's edition. I upgraded from 13 Ultimate, so And all I got just went out and got it, but that still hurt my pockets. It still hurt my pockets to make that upgrade. And I did it during the summer. So once a year in the summer, usually like June or something. So you got time to like save up. They'll have a sale and it's 50% off all upgrades, right? So what you could do at this time is um we usually have a, what am I trying to say? Um like a coupon, but I guess you could say that, right? You get like a code, right? You can put the code in. You can get complete select. It's like it's like the very basic of basic. You don't get very much, right? But you get a few sounds. But by getting that, I think it's like $100 with the code, right? You get it for $100, but now that you own complete, all upgrades are 50% off. So now you could look at maybe shooting for standard or maybe shooting for ultimate if you have it, right? And so you can get that at 50% off what it would cost. So it gives you a whole year to save up for this, right? And then you can do that, boom, to make the upgrade because now you have a complete product and you can make the upgrade, bam, and you can get it for 50% off. And that's how I even got complete in the first place. There's a guy on YouTube named Sanjay C. He's a popular music channel or whatever, and he was the one that basically told me, right, taught me how to get it, right. He was like in the video, it's like, look, you can do this, boom, 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 boom. This qualifies you for. Oh, okay, cool. So I'm looking at those prices, and I'm like, bro, I wish I could get a hold of that because the sounds. Like it'll even detect your playing. So as I'm like sliding those notes right there, it'll like try and attempt to slide it right because it knows those notes are playing really fast. So yeah, it's helped a lot. Like I said, it's pretty convincing, and this is just one of them. I just like the sound of this, but there are different basses here. They all got their like different sounds, and their like textures and stuff. Then they have this one, which I like a whole lot. Um, this has more to it though. Like this is just kind of how it is, right? You have nothing, but like say this one, this comes up. Everything in the picture is selectable. So if you want to come over here, you want to click here, you can make tweaks, right? That's your EQ, you got everything here, your amp, all of that. You can either go here and tweak this stuff and create your like own setting, or there's a ton of presets already, and you can just find something that sounds close to what you're wanting. And then again, getting that same. Right? So we're getting to a point where like the quality is pretty much there. The only thing we can't do, right, in the software is we can't emulate like or we can't, not in the software, but we can't articulate from our keyboard, right? So um let me go back. Okay. Let's gonna make a duplicate here so we don't lose that. Let's say I really like this one, by the way. Alright, so this is an electric guitar. Again, there's a bunch of settings there and all of that. What I like about some of these libraries and kind of where things are moving is into the realm of expression. Because, like I said, it's pretty hard. You can have a sound on your keyboard, right, or from your keyboard that sounds like a guitar. When you start playing it, we can tell, right? we can tell. We go, okay, that's the sound. Like if you play the notes, or maybe if you just like playing chords or like all together, but you can't strum or you can't, you know, you can't like. there's certain things that you can't do, right? That someone with the actual instrument can do. So what we're getting to is more of like sample based, which is why these libraries are getting like ridiculously huge for all the right reasons. Um, so now you can get the quality. Sounds really good, right? You have some of the detection and things going on there when you're playing, depending on how you're playing the note or how how intense it is, right? It will attempt to kind of read that and follow along with you. Um, but probably one of the coolest things, right? This sounds dope, right? Um, but you know, like this is what I'm limited to, right? You can't do anything. However, you have built in the library rhythms, so you could come into here to the back end, and all of this that I'm scrolling through right now, you can see how small this bar is. These are all rhythms. They're not like a sample in the sense that however you hear it played, that's the only way. These are rhythms, right? And this is kind of like the notation for it. So let's say you can't play like that on a keyboard, but using this you can, basically, right? So whoever, right, however many people, right, it took to do this, they did it. And what's dope is the way you heard that is not the only way it plays. So I can push any key on this keyboard and I can get the key played in that rhythm. If I want to play chords or whatever, and it will attempt to do it. You can even go and set voicing so you can have it play a particular way, right? That you normally wouldn't be able to play from your keyboard, right? Like if we were gonna do uh like I think on here it says like one the root, the fifth, and like the 10th, right? Which would basically be the third, but you would go an octave higher. That's a stretch in the hand on a keyboard, right? And then trying to do that and maybe whatever stuff in between, that's crazy, right? I could do it, but that's crazy, right? Right? But to be able to set it, to have it play a certain notes, then you just hold down the key switch, so you can see the box move, and then while I'm holding that, I can push a note or a group of notes, and then it will. Right? So I can get something that sounds 100 times more convincing. Not only that, I have all these rhythms at my disposal, so I could go until I find something, right, that is gonna. See if we can get something. Trying to see if we can find something that's. Even if you try to do that, right, on a keyboard, you're not gonna get that. Let's see if we can. Right, this is different, and you'd have to scroll through here. Okay. Again, you're not gonna be able to play that on your keyboard. You're not even gonna be able to get it to do that, right? You can have all the pauses and everything. It's just the way that instrument is played. You're just not going to get that feeling from it, right? And this does it. So you got to think about the work that went into creating all of these rhythms and then creating all of these rhythms and all 12 keys and then taking that, doing the majors, like, right, the different voicings for it. Like, you got to think of how much recording went into doing this, and then for you to be able to play that back and make whatever you want with it, right? And then not only that, but you can have multiple, so you can always switch between while you're, you know, like, you can sit here and make a masterpiece with this stuff, and I'm just like, yo, all right. So since I've gotten this, since I've gotten 13, I've been I've been lost. Like, there's so much stuff that I have. It's wild. And again, same goes for the brass here. So again, it's all about. It's probably the wrong one to pick. Um, it's all about the expression now, right? So I can come in here and I have different types of articulations, right? Say we want to, be able to make the horns growl, right? And so you can again use. Is this it? Okay. So you can use the key switches to get different styles of playing out of it that you're not gonna be able to get out of the keyboard and just like a regular brass patch. Like, it does so much more, right? No, these are libraries. Um, Native Instruments makes Kontakt. So Kontakt is like, it's these are the libraries that belong in Kontakt, but it's like separate. So you'll get Kontakt. I think they have like a basic library of stuff that they'll give you, and then there are libraries, right? So all of these are libraries that, well, to the exception of this bottom side, these are synths or different things that Native Instruments makes. But everything else here are libraries that work with Kontakt. All of this, right? Um, would probably either want standard or ultimate. Ultimate, if you can get it. You probably don't want so much the collector's edition. And again, depending on what you need, you might not need ultimate either. When you get to ultimate, they start giving you, they say it's their introduction to their cinematic libraries. Now, everybody may not be a fan or have a need for it. However, sometimes I could find stuff in here that I could use, right? Ah, forgot I did that. Right? And these are one of their cinematic libraries, right? So you can hear kind of like the background effects and just different stuff like that that you might use if you were putting together some kind of a film or if you were going to be doing a score, right? You have like these different things. But for me, it just didn't matter, right? And you just find just different stuff in here where you can. I be using stuff in ways it wasn't meant to be used, alright? I don't care if it's a cinematic library. Hey, we're gonna put this in our hip hop beat. Like, it's just that's just me. If it sounds like I can use it, it's going. So I have like all this stuff. I have stuff I haven't even really like tapped into, right? There's a lot, and depending on the version of complete that you get, like whether you get the standard, the ultimate, or the collectors, it's gonna run you, like, it's gonna hurt. So like I said, the best time to get in is going to be during the summer when they do their upgrades, and they'll usually have some kind of a discount that they'll provide with a code that they'll usually, or somebody will usually have. Get the complete select, should be like $100 with the code, and then once you get that, everything is like 50% off. So I think normally standard's like 4, maybe 500. So then it slashes it by half, right? And so they do this once every year. So you have from now till next summer to, kind of save up and put away, and then you'll be able to do it and get into it if you want to, right? They just released Complete 15, and I don't have. I'm gonna wait as always, and then I'm just gonna upgrade from 14, the collector's edition from 14 to the collector's edition from 15. So, and then I'll just pick up, the stuff that I missed. So, like, show you real quick. So there's stuff like this. I have the first one, but I don't have the second one. All right. And that is Glaze 2, which is really, really popular. And it's just like a bunch of vocal patches from like synth vocal sounding to sample bass. Like, I don't think this is. They're not about to do anything here. Let me see. Nope. Nope. Is anybody? Here it is. Is this it? And Contact 8 is out. Contact 8, from what I'm hearing, has a built-in chord progression tool.
One of the most loved instruments from NI is Glaze. Today, Native Instruments announces Glaze 2.
You don't know much about like theory and stuff like that. Built into the Contact is a chord progression tool.
My name is Young Fizz, and today we are going to be exploring Glaze 2. What can you expect from Glaze 2?
What is that one program?
By the end of this video, you will know. Down in the description box below, you will find a link to where you can download this product. Glaze 2 is all about vocal textures, and what's even more stunning are the chord presets. I am not the greatest keyboard player in the world, but I can surely sound like it with Glaze 2. It has over 30 custom chord sets and background vocals mapped to keys. Let's take a listen to a few.
I think he's kind of flipping through the sounds right now. Let's see. Oh, this might be a while. Let's see if we can skip
With 150 presets, it's almost inevitable that one will spark your creativity. Let's check out a few.
So you can hear like how good it sounds, right?
Keep in mind that this is a Play Series instrument.
Let's see if we can get to. May not. But yeah, there's stuff in here like that, and you can hear the quality in it. Sounds really, 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 really nice. And then, like I said, I have first one. So, like I said, in here, not only do you have these like synth patches, but some of them actually have like actual vocalists, right? So you can hear that. you can hear like the synth, right? You can hear that. But down here you have the vocals. So I'm playing in my right hand, but I'm using my left hand to trigger this. However, you do have this switch right here, right? So you can switch it between only hearing the synth sound, and you can switch it to only hearing. Right? So you could actually like duplicate this, have one where it's playing only this, and you can have another, right? So you can like fill out your chords or whatever. Right, and then the way the sample-based vocals are, they're mapped to a particular scale. Like this says C minor, so whichever note you're playing, right, in the C minor key is gonna fit with those chords, right? So right, and then you can do stuff with it, like if you want to let it play all the way out, right, and then you want to bounce this out and put it back into the into your DAW as like an audio wave, then or a wave file, right? An audio file, you can then go and chop it up or whatever you want to do, right? They do have some basic effects and stuff here you can manipulate as well. But my thing is, it's not tempo sync, so find the tempo or just play it, bounce it, whatever, and then time stretch it, and then you're good to go after that, right? So you can you can do stuff like that as well. I do have a few a few beats where I've like actually used this stuff like that. Actually, I was playing one earlier. That and I just went played it out slow speed. I want to say like 68, 69 tempo. Bounce it out, put it back into the program, time stretched it, sped up the track, and then went in, EQ'd, and kind of gave it that like telephone kind of thing, right? You could do all that from here if you want to, but I'm not too familiar with the interface and all that, so I was just like, I'll do it here where I'm what I'm used to. So there's a lot, right? There's a lot you can do with this. These are really, really good. The beats for non-exclusive for like leasing 30, you can actually go to beatstars.com. You can type in my name. I've only recently started to add stuff. I think there's like 5 up there right now or something. I'll be getting more. I have some more that I'm bouncing out, getting mixed down and all that. For exclusive, I haven't put up an exclusive pricing just yet, but I think it's gonna end up being like 400. I thought about just putting it at 1,000, but starting to think about it, like nobody knows me, right? But I'm also a little worried too because I've been seeing videos of like well-known artists actually patrolling this site, and it's like, what's the point of paying 10 grand for a beat, and people are on this site and they only want like 1,000 for it? I can get 10 for the price of one. I was like, damn. come on, man. Somebody's always ruining the game. But the way I feel is like, gotta start somewhere, right? Hey, look, maybe they're looking, they're like, you know what? These sound really good. I'll just take all of them. Hey, who knows? Who knows? But I gotta start somewhere, right? I don't think they're just like, who's the new people on the site? Like, I don't think it happens like that, you know. So just keep my fingers crossed. But I did put them there. But I'm also in B Club, so you know, there's that. Maybe something hits before somebody decides they wanna do something, and they do get the big money instead. So we'll we'll roll with that. But these are it. They're up here. I will be adding more, but you'll always be able to check this. And if you hear something that you want to use, I could be
BeatStars.com.
right. Buy it, whatever, right? You don't have to like hit me up and wait for me to wake up and send an email and all that stuff. You'll just be able to do it. So that one that I just played earlier is up here already. This one's also up here. Yo, Mark is in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Whoa, what happened? Oh.
BeatStars.com.
I'm like, what happened to my browser? Here we go. Let's move it over here. How you doing this morning, man? Let's get one, two. Slime. Appreciate you stopping by here, man.
BeatStars.com.
Right, so I got some different stuff here.
BeatStars.com.
So they do have a slot where I can upload my own tag, which I think I'll do. Cause this one's a little too loud, the one from the site. I want to make it a little quieter so that it's there, but it's not so present that it kind of interrupts the listener from trying to, those vocals. That's from Glaze. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's not mine. And I have this one.
BeatStars.com.
Wait, what? You say your dude got 2 part-time jobs. You saying you got 2 part-time jobs? Let's go. I was like, wait, hold on. What are we talking about? But I don't have a dude. What? Yeah, here we go.
BeatStars.com.
And so like I was telling my uncle earlier that my music theory, we're working on that, but my audio engineering skills are like they're official. All right. So with that as well, like if people need mixing, mastering services, I do that stuff, right? Don't hold on. do have, right, people that have like sent me stuff, neighbors, couple people came out off the internet. One I caught live streaming. He was an artist. He was recording live. He went to try and mix his vocals and stuff. He started getting frustrated. I just happened to be there and I was just chilling. I try and network with all the music creators, and so okay, this might not be this might not be something to show if it's broken. Oh man, let me see. Fingers crossed.
I like this one though. No, for real. That's my for real. Yeah.
I don't know why, but it feels like louder than
Hey,
it
say,
should be.
man.
So
Who made this beat?
some of that stuff's not working. I
Loyal
don't
to
know
my
why.
faith. I strive
But
to stay
I could do-
righteous.
I could do
Still
all
got
that
bad
stuff.
habits. Take a shot. I think I might just.
Right? So vocals, all of that, like I can do that. Like I do this, all right? So there's that as well. If you're an artist, right? You make a song, whatever, and you would like to have it mixed down and sounding good and all that, like I'll do it. And if you give me permission, I will live stream. You can sit here and watch me do that live, right? As for my own stuff, you can always pull up when you see me on, and if we're not creating music, then we're mixing it down. I don't mind doing walkthroughs and stuff and going over the process and what we're looking for, this, that, and the other. Takes longer to talk about it, right, than to actually do it. But to actually do it takes me, depending on like how many tracks I've had, maybe a file where there was like 30 tracks, probably took me at most 45-50 minutes just to get it done, right? Having to go through each one, balance, get that ready, go in, put in the tools, clean it up, blah blah blah, get done, kind of balance everything. But I always say give me 24 48 hours, because after you're listening to music for so long, you definitely want to like let your ears take a break, decompress. But the best thing is like go to sleep, wake up next day, listen to it again, refresh your ears, make any last little adjustments that you need to, and then right, push that out. But I can get everything like super crispy for you, super, right? And then I can also master, so you see I got this here, and you hear what that was sounding like, right? So yeah, I could do the whole thing. Usually I just do mixes for the live streams or whatever, but before that, and I was crazy. I would make a beat, I would mix the beat down, and then I would master the beat in the same sitting. I know that's not a good idea, but for the sake of the live stream, right? I would do that, and then I would wake up, bypass all of this, check, make sure the mix and everything was okay, and then put everything back on, listen, and then make sure that was okay, and then be done. So yeah, I was nuts a couple years back. But yeah, I do stuff like that as well. So I don't just make beats. I do the engineering work. And I used to be an artist up until like 2008. So I used to write rhymes and record songs and all that. So I've been around. I'm not afraid to tell you if something ain't gonna work. That's one thing I try and tell people. You've never had anyone in your studio and you haven't had to stop and be like, you gotta do that over, right? Like you need to go back. We need some more energy, right? Like that wasn't sounding like you've never had to go and do that. You can't call yourself a producer. I mean, you can. It's a word, right? You can throw it around, but in a studio setting, the producer is the guy responsible for producing the hit. Simple as that, right? But it's a little more than that, right? So that guy has listened to a ton of songs, right? Preferably songs that are, chart toppers. Like, that person knows what sounds good, right? Doesn't matter if it's in the beat making process, doesn't matter if it's in the songwriting process, whatever, right? This person is responsible from the beginning to the end of making that song the best it could be before it leaves out of the studio, right? So getting in here, having somebody record, hitting record, and just letting them go on out and do what they're doing, and letting something sloppy leave out of the studio, you ain't it. You ain't it. You gotta have the courage to be like, nah, see, look, come here, listen to this. You see how you sound right here? Okay, great. Like, you're doing good, it's energy, whatever. Now what's this right here? Your voice started to trail off. You started, like, you gotta go back and redo that, right? You ain't had to do that. Don't call yourself. Don't call yourself. Right? So yeah, it's just it's one of those things, and I had to do it with this one. Like, just certain stuff. It wasn't gonna work, or they sent like way too many stems. Like, some of that stuff in the actual song they sent me wasn't even in there, and I'm like, do you still want this in here or what? And they're like, ah, no, you can get rid of that. And it's just like, dang, you just sent me everything, huh? So, or I'll be doing something and I'll hear something and I'm like, hey, right here, there's kind of like a gap. Like, you just said something and there's just nothing. And it's like, I can put a delay there and just have that kind of fill in the gap, right? Again, just having that ear to kind of hear things and be like, want to try this or whatever, right? So, yeah, I've done that. I've reached out to people and been like, okay, we're gonna do this or try this, or what do you think of this? And they're, oh, I like the way that sounds. All right, great. I could leave that in there. Um, it was another song basically, and at the end, guys talking or whatever, and I was just like towards the end, he had said something, and I'm just like, that just sounds bad, right? But what if the last thing he said, we just had that echo and kind of fade out, right? Bam, slap that in there. They liked it over the original. All right, cool, right? So being able to do that stuff, I work with people. I make sure they're getting exactly what they want. I'm not just like doing something, handing it to you and be like, well, you asked for me to do this. This is how I do it, right? I don't do that. I get everybody has preferences, right? People may want a certain sound or something like that, and they may not like your sound, right? Maybe they were looking to get a sound like so and so, whatever. You got to know how to be able to do that, right? And if not, you better learn. You better learn. So, yeah, I pretty much, like I said, when it comes to music, I love music. So let's go back right here. I do have this. I started on this yesterday. I'm still not sure, or not yesterday, day before. I'm not sure how I feel about this still, which is why we haven't done like a mix down or anything yet, because it's not complete for me. So it sounds good, don't get me wrong, but it's not complete. I can still do something. What's funny is, like, as I was playing it, I was like, this sounds familiar. I'm not sure why it sounds so familiar. Then come to find out, I have like a loop kit somewhere. Like, I've had these kits in this particular folder for like over 10 years. and it's a little different, right? But it's still pretty much the same, like the progression of it. And I was like, I knew it sounded familiar, and I was just hoping like it wasn't from. And who knows? It might be because you only got so many combinations. You're bound to play something that's gonna remind you of something else or remind somebody of something else, right? So I got this. It's dope. I like it. I feel like it needs. Part I'm not sure either that synth that you're hearing, but it sounds good. I like the sound itself. That might not be the melody, but I like how it sounds. And then I have that bass guitar playing that's layered with the synth bass, and then I have this acoustic guitar playing that you can kind of hear. So once I get to like blending it all in, I think it'll be okay. But I want to do a little bit more in the drums, right? It feels a little empty. So maybe some percussion or something, just like little stuff, right? But the rest of this. The brass, so I got the like lower octave kind of playing like that, and then we have this. So again, it's one of those things, like I said, you may or may not need, right? But I use stuff for what it's not supposed to be used for. So the brass that I'm using is actually, again, part of the cinematic library, but it sounds really good. It sounds like, it just sounds so much more realistic. And I can get it to sound more like a brass section, like there's more people kind of playing than with that other one that I had where it only like literally just had a quartet. Right? So the as you're playing like these chords and stuff, just the size of it, it feels larger. It's not so right, that's just right, it just sounds a whole lot. So it's like you get a different kind of sound from it. And I like it. I can change the dynamics, right? I can have it play softer, play much harder. We got the different articulations, so I can get different stuff out of that if I wanted to. I like it as opposed to the others. So I use that, and then on one, we did more of the like mid-range notes, and then on the other, right, it almost sounds like if you were at like a sports stadium or something, and you were just like listening to a band. So that's what I liked about it. It gave me that feeling, right? So I like it, and that's what we use. The piano. Like I said, I like everything that's in that Complete has to offer, or that Native Instruments like puts out, because it just sounds. Right? It just sounds that good, right? Like, I don't use anything else. All the other stuff that I have, I don't find myself using it like at all. And again, it's not the only piano. The presets, the stuff you can do in the back end to change it, whatever. You know what? I just lied. I do use some other stuff, but it's more recent, and I don't use it too often. But they're from Universal Audio. So I have a B3, which is an organ. Sounds really dope. Then I have this, it's Electra, so I have like an electric keyboard here. Some of y'all might be more familiar with like that, like Rhodes style, like type sounds and all that, right? Whole back end stuff here, right? Got amplifiers, all that stuff I can go and mess with, but this stuff sounds really good too. Right, so when you hear some of this stuff playing, man, I'd be excited. I'm like, dead on. Right, this stuff just sounds really good. Even that right there. It's interesting. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, man. Yo, Crimes in the building. Uh-oh. And me talking about Universal Audio, and now I gotta the little keys. Hey, we got an update. What's going on, man? Yeah, look, you came in at the right time. Finally. Hashtag. Let me give him a shout. How's it going, man? Yeah, I got all this stuff, and just bear with me. Just bear with me. It gets better. Yeah, no. Yeah, I got stuff up there. If you're interested, just check back maybe every few days. I'll definitely have some more stuff posted up, and if there's anything there that sounds good to you and you want to use it, you know what to do from there. So Now, if we're talking about buying exclusively, like I said, I haven't begun because I have to track everything out, put it into a zip and all that stuff, and put it up. Like if I'm going to do it from that site, but you could always just say you got an interest in it, and we can get that stuff worked out as well. Like an ASAP thing, like hurry up and get that put up. Right now, my concern, because a lot of people aren't probably looking to buy exclusively, is just getting them up there so that they can get the leases, right? It's got the WAV files up there. You can get WAV and MP3, and then, you know, I can go back and upload the zip files and stuff later. Is it all good on this side? Thank you for the shout out. I see you working. Yeah, I just got on late. That's the thing. So I should have been on at 7, and I didn't get on until 10. So yeah. So I went on a whole old man rant, but we're back. But we're back. I think we can get that in for right now, and I can think about kind of how I want to do this other stuff. Because there are some other things I'm going to want to fill it in with. I'm not going to just want to like leave it with a gap like that. So, let's go. So at least we'll have that. That'll kind of at least help us with like that. Was let's slide all this stuff over. Yeah, we back. Should I or always gotta try it. Interesting. Okay. Slow that down. I like that rhythm. What? Hold on. This is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm talking about. Just something that's under there, like gives some movement. Wait, why won't that play? It does, but I'm not getting that like bass in it. Then I'm getting like the bass right here. Down here, you get nothing. I don't know if I want to do it that way though. Let's see. Possible. Or I like it though. Whoops. Let's get that in there. There we go. Nothing? What? I didn't do it. Now like nothing's playing. It was the wrong one. That's what it was. All right, got you. Let's go. Oh, for sure. I think this comes in a little faster the way I played the chord, so. Okay, let's. No, I'm actually just gonna leave it like that. Yep, that works for me. These are the bells, huh? Okay. That sounds kind of cool. Sounds interesting, but that actually sounds pretty dope. Sounds okay for right now. Let's probably search for something a little later, but right now it sounds kind of let's hear. All right, so again, we have to point and click this stuff in, right? We get everything playing at the same velocity, which is, it's not human, all right? So what we're gonna do is change that. So we're gonna go in here, manually adjust. Right, so this is pretty basic, and so we can actually get some kind of movement in our hats. Okay, right, whole lot better than this. You ever hear him say, we can tell, right? We can tell that you we could tell that a machine made it, right? Don't let them have that. All right, don't let them have it. Use some discernment. All right, everything shouldn't be played at the same velocity. It's not human. These are the things that keep me awake at night. People are like, oh my God, the earth is crumbling. And I'm just like, how do I get that guitar to scream? Like, I'm just those are my thoughts, right? When do we get that feature? Alright. And then if you want to add some extra stuff in here. Actually, we could see if we can and you know, maybe put some little stuff in here somewhere, you know. So it's gonna be back here. Let's do something. That might be running in a little too. It sounds. I'll take that. Alright, I'll take it. This is probably doing the same thing, huh? Nope, that's actually fine. I did something wrong over here. Where that actually. I see. I had it too close. I had it too close. That's all right. All right. Now we got those. And that would be all fine, right? You can leave it like that if you want to. Why would you give a drummer all these different little things to play with? For them to only play with the what? Alright, so let's go digging. Sound like a nice sound for the closed hat. Now we can look for something, right? And it don't always have to be anything crazy, because don't get me wrong, I like this one. It's crazy. Alright, this one, I use it a lot. It's ridiculous, and I should feel ashamed of myself. But I don't care, right? Let's use this. Remember, closed hat and the open hat are the same piece. Alright? So another thing you guys do is you just let this run and you give no break for this bad boy, right? Stop doing that. You could probably put one back. I don't think this one's too long. Yeah, so again, whenever that thing opens, it can't make the closed sound anymore. It's open, right? So don't have the closed sound and the open sound playing at the same time. I don't know. Maybe that's how you built a drum set. I don't know. You know, all I know is that it's the same piece. So when one's playing, the other's not. You hit the pedal, it changes, right? And so, or whether your foot's on or off the pedal, it changes, right? And so, you know, it's like the little stuff you learn, and you go back and you're like, I can hear it. I can't unhear it now. I see why they're complaining. I see why they're complaining, because I can hear it. And they can't. There we go. And I guess we can kind of change it. I told you, I should be ashamed of myself, but whatever, right? have this different open sound kind of come in. Something like this, right? So now it's starting to sound a little busy, right? Giving the drummer some stuff to do. You know what? Say I won't. Say I won't. Okay. You know what? That was my bass, wasn't it? Right here. Still feel like this is entirely too loud. Yeah, let's see. This is entirely too loud. Something already occupying that? No. But that's this right here. So we'll sort that out tomorrow, cause I can hear it and it's drowning out everything else. I'm like, I know this is too loud. I know it sounds too loud, but I'm not finding that balance. But it makes sense, cause I know we've been streaming for a while, so. Or it could just be my ears. My own ears are tricking me right now. And I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, wait, that is way too low, right? Either way. But even if that's playing, it's kind of drowning out the drums. And these drums are pretty loud up here, so that's why I'm just kind of like, okay, so. Oops. Guess these are all synths, so. I'm tired. But I like that though. I didn't wait. I did that too fast. So I think let's put that in there. All right. I swear I got too excited. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I was off in a couple of places, but for the most part, I just don't like this latency thing. Even though latency messed that up, that actually sounds kind of dope. That sounds kind of dope. So. I'll see how I feel about it. Maybe I don't like it, but I just stop it like that? So I've been focusing more on sound design lately and production. Hold on. Dope. I'm an audio engineer. Also went to Full Sail in Orlando and got my degree in recording engineering. Nice. GG, man. I didn't have that opportunity, so the only thing I had was the drive. That was pretty much it. So since I couldn't go the college route, I went the every day I'm hustling. I just had to do it. So it was definitely rough, right? But I made it. I made it out. So I'll definitely give myself a pat on the back for that. But man, could have saved so much more time, right? But I feel like everything for a reason, right? So that's good. Appreciate you stopping by. Herb, how you been doing, man? How you doing this morning? Need to drink some water. That's what I need to do. Let's see. Here we go. And it's kind of late. all dried up. I don't do this much talking on a daily, right? I'm pretty much quiet, reserved, be in my little books and stuff like that, but I just don't do a lot of talking. But then we get to talking about music, I'm like, blip, 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 blip. You're like, shut up, man, just shut up. Next thing you know, I'm like, you're like, good, take a break. Go drink some water. Go drink some water, man. All right, here we go. So, left these two together because technically they're kind of close, but we're slide thing, right? So, happens pretty quickly, but the timing of when I want the slide to occur, right, is here. So I stacked them under each other, and then just barely moving it. So I'm using the 1/6 step here, and basically from the point, just moving it 2. Okay, so that's how you can get your slides. If there's a longer time for the slide to occur, then you may want to pull it back a little more. But for those like quick slides, right here is perfect. Right. Boom. Let me just move these back. Okay. Same thing here. We did that. 2 under this. Now this, I don't know. Maybe we'll like copy paste so we can make this longer. But I do have this holding a little bit until it goes back. So what we could do is like that. Take this, paste it over. Still on 1/6. Oh no, we're in trouble. Okay, so something like that. That's fine. Not to click on anything. That's fine. But is it really? In this case, kind of hate it. I'll figure something out. I could start it off, right? And that way everything will kind of slide over a little. I think it'll slide over a little though, but yeah, let's see. Because once it gets it goes here. only thing is, if I take this and put this note in the beginning, you're going to hear it twice. It's not going to keep it as one note. It's whack. Even if I could, like, went over here and, like, cut it, it would still do that. It's whack. I'll figure something out. But for right now... I could easily just like put this on another pattern so that way as this is looping back it like doesn't affect or cut off the note, right? I could do that as well. It's just, why does this have to be so weird? But hopefully, man, you've been cooking up something real nice. Like to hear one of these days. Okay, and I think that's what we're gonna do, because once we get here, that's what we'll do. So So let's take this one. Still gotta put that in there. Still gotta put that in there. And this doesn't have to necessarily go here, but as I'm building, what I like to do is get all my sounds together. If I can get all the sounds together and they play well together, then the rest of it becomes easy. Arrangement becomes easy, right? Right, because I know it all plays together, so no matter where I put them, it's gonna sound good. Yo, Dark Queen in the building. Hold on a second. Appreciate you stopping by. How you doing this morning? there's that. As long as I can get them here, that's why I kind of like the beginning. Like I just try and stack as much as I can in the beginning. Create this loop of just like everything, right? So you might be like, what is he doing? I would have stopped right there. Nope. How many different ideas could I fit in here? Because now each one of those ideas against another idea becomes a possibility, right? Let's do the math on that. I got 6 different, right? Let's see the possibilities of how many ways I could arrange this thing, right? And so throughout the entirety of the song, now I know I can kind of swap things out. So that's what makes it good. So I try and get 4, 5, 6, if I could, in there, just different little things, right? And then if I could get that all to play together, oh, it's gonna be fire. I can guarantee you. If I wanted to, could just run through the whole way, because it just sounds really dope, right? Right, so we can kind of do what we want there. This could even come in because these are mallets playing in some weird warp way, right? That's stacking on with this synth sound. So it's like giving it movement, right? So it's got this like pumping, warping sound, which is kind of dope. But like I said, once you have all that stuff together, okay, you can start doing all kinds of stuff. So we can take that out. Now you don't have it. Who knows, right? Like I said, the way I have all these different sounds that are meshed together in the beginning, now we can do all kinds of different stuff, right? And I can create all these like different little things that'll happen throughout the song if I want to, right? I did in the beginning. So it'll give me ideas for each verse and how I can do them in ways that are slightly different or might even be completely different from the last one, right? So we can maybe do something like this, just let it kind of play like that. Get into verse 2. We'll take out the snares. We can take out the synth sound. And maybe we can drop out this mallet, and then like it's just different things that we could do, right? But a lot of times when it gets here, I like no bass. The no bass thing it's kind of, I can't say it's necessarily my signature, but when I get into verse 2, you'll just notice that about my beats. I try and leave little things. So even if I never had a tag, or you never heard like whatever, right? You could always kind of like identify how I like to structure things, right? Alright, and then since we use those here, we wouldn't use them in the chorus here, right? Give that a break, right? And when we get here, I come back in after. Right? So then that'll come in, then get here to the end. And I usually like to drop the kick, the snare, and sometimes it just depends. In this case, we're gonna take out the closed hats, the open hats, but we'll leave our crash symbol, right? Kind of letting you know we're towards the end of the song, right? So you don't have to look at the time and like how much longer this. You know it. You can tell. It's like, okay, this is it, right? And then it plays for a while, then we fade it out. Done, right? And since we're done, why not? Let's just let it rock out. Oh yeah, that was what I was looking for. Back, boom, here, try it again. There we go. So then we'll copy, just in case I decide to put more, but we'll copy this value, right? It makes a straight line. But when we come over here to make our point, it doesn't fix it at the volume that we are at, right? So it kind of put a dip here. So that's when we take that value and we paste it, so we can keep our line straight here at that point, and then boom. So the volume is consistent all the way till it gets to this point, and then we can start a slow fade out. So something like that. This will probably actually be a little longer because I'll probably make a little intro. Nothing too long, but just, maybe it just has. And then everything comes in, right? And then it would start. So just something where there's kind of like an intro, slap the tag in there, and yeah. But I do have this effect that I want to put in here still, and this will probably kind of bridge the change or to kind of signal being through half of the verse. So again, way it works is your ears listening to this as it's looping, right? And by the third time around, when it's coming up to, or after the fourth time, like your ears wanting to hear like a change. And so that's when you would pop something like that in. And then we can have like another sound kind of pop in, right? So it keeps it going, and it stops the listener from getting tired of hearing the same thing, just like over and over. So I'll get that in there, and then if I can, I don't know, we can try and look. Might be a little too much. might be it. That might be the one. So there's not too much going on with it, and at the same time, it would be perfect. So this right here. So yeah, so this will be a sound that's exclusive to the verses, but you won't hear it in the chorus, right? So you could. Too high for me. It's not bad though. That could work. That could work. What I like about this is pretty much in like a different octave from how this sounds. So if these two were playing by themselves, right, it sounds really cool layered together like that. Whereas if I made this higher, we're not there. Alright, so I made this higher. Now, even though it is, the notes do go slightly higher, there are still some where it like clashes. And I don't like that. It sounds better here. Then we just need to up the volume, right? And then we have our bass guitar, so that's taking the sub frequencies. It's just like you can hear everything really good from the jump, right? Yeah. stopping by, man. How you doing this morning? I think this still works. I think the bot was in. It should work. Gotta give that bot a little time. It's kind of slow. Yeah, the bot's slow, right? We might leave the bells running. Who knows? Who knows? But I like this. I like this. And just make sure. Oh, you know what? 'Cause we got that going. So let's leave that out of here. Not like you're gonna hear it, so. Another thing I can do is when it gets here, we can either leave it like that or something like, right, we can introduce a clap here. I don't know, I'll have to go searching, see which one we're gonna use, but that's always another thing, right? Got some options there. So it'll probably be not that loud, but you know. Sounded a whole lot better as far as the timing. So I just wanted to make sure it was locked in place. And that way, tempo, increase, decrease, whatever, for whatever reason, if I felt like changing it, this wouldn't change. The pitch of it wouldn't change. This is still maintain its original pitch, right? So its original sound. Yep, got it. He said, someone just played Final Attack for the first time tonight on stream and beat Boss Rush. They look tired after. Come on, man. Come on now. Let me just say GG's that they beat it. Cause we know those bosses, that's BS, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's bull. Why would you do that, Leonor? That's all I can say. Why would you do something like that? But you know what? I made it, and I was hyped, alright? I wasn't tired after, alright? I wasn't tired. I don't get tired, man. But yes, for those of you who may be watching, this is Leonor, aka I'm not gonna give out your info. Your info's safe with me, but he's been working on a King of Fighters Mugen game for those of you who are gamers, and so he's been doing his streams. You've been watching him live code, redesigning or restoring whatever you were doing, right? The sprites and all that. Like, this dude put in a lot of work, all right? Checking the moves and all that stuff, AI battles, everything. And the game is finally out, all right? And I think, well, it's in my folder. That's what it is. I would have to go pull up the folder, but I do have the game here, all right? And Leonor also did the absolute pleasure of setting everything to the hardest setting out the gate. So if you don't go check the options, the moment you hit play, the moment you hit start and select your characters, your fate has been sealed. Do you understand me? It has been sealed. You'll be like, what? I can't even make a move, right? Boom, 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 boom. They're just like everything. You're like, I'm not even used to the game yet. You go and it's on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, Leonor, I caught on to that, all right? So I was like, you know what? Forget your settings. So I reset everything and I saved it. So when I open the game, all right, they're not trying to send me to the Shadow Realm. Like, at least give me a chance to fight back. It's like, like, we don't know who you are and we don't know why you're in this game, but get out. They're like, get out. Alright, so let's take this. Let's see. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't want it here. Hold on. Now I gotta go back and okay. I got you. So we can either, or we can leave it alone. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it alone. Put it over here. But yes, let's go check out the game. The game is free. You just gotta go to the website. So we have them here. Now here, maybe. I feel like it could be a little better, right? I like that. I think tomorrow evening we can work on like mixing that down. I'll do that whole thing then. Yeah, I think I like that. That's a complete idea. So I like all of these. So you'll definitely hear a lot of random stuff. Cause I got plans for all of this. I know places they can go. Did it really? Really this side? Went to my other screen. Alright, that might have been kind of cute. I don't know. But and we got problems. You know what we're gonna do? It was all going so well. And then FL decided to be different. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. You are. So this one, this is one we did like a few streams ago. Let me listen to it first before I say it. I'm gonna say this is ready also. No, not this one. Not this one. Not this one. The other one. But this one, yes. I still got another thing to add to this. Yeah. Let's go. They weren't expecting that. They weren't expecting that, but I gotta put that in. Right, we gotta get that in there. That's all it's missing, right? You just needed that. Don't let me mess it up. But yeah, here we go. these snares right here, right? Just so I'm still trying to figure out, get some little rhythms in there going and stuff. So you can see it kind of stops here. Kind of like I got stuck. So I was like, how do I want to end it? So once I figure out that part and then get the little organ in, oh, we could do this one too. This one would be ready. That's pretty much all there is on this one. Nope. It's the worst piano VST. But I make it sound kind of good, right? All right. If not this one, is it? Could be 9. If it's not 9, it's 11. And I want to say it's 9 because 10 that came after. That one came after. So. But this one, I think is ready to get mixed. I would need to do the the arrangement and stuff, but I think I got like all the stuff that I want in it. It's just going through and setting it up, getting all the verses and stuff in. And then this will be ready also. So it'll give us some stuff to do this weekend. Waiting for some of these libraries to finish loading. Let's switch that back. So we originally had it playing one way, and then we did some cuts, had some parts repeating over, right? And so this is what we have now. This one I like too. I'm proud of this one. So pretty much the way this went, more like this is how it was. So slightly different, but this was like my whole progression basically. Right, and then like the drums just went, and then it would repeat, right? Then it was like, so then we cut it, made one section, cut it, made another section, and then the other section. So here it only plays the first two, then it gets here, it plays this first part, and it gets here, and it plays the second part, and then plays the last part. So we took our own little progression here. It's kind of long, but cool. Then we kind of chopped this, and we let it play. And so even though this first and second part are kind of similar, there's a point where the bass is doing something a little different, right? Some of the notes, especially from here, it's like faster, right? Then here, there's more of like a delay, so you can see where the notes are like longer than here, right? So they're two different parts, they're a little bit similar, and so that's how it works. And when these are playing, this is the first part being looped basically, and then once it gets here, then you'll hear that part with the delay. And that's basically letting you know we're about to go into this next part. And then you also hear that again, there's just like walk down, which we don't get over here, we get a walk up. So again, that first part's playing, it sounds different, then boom, walks down, then you have no choice but to go into this part. Alright, so we got something to do for tomorrow evening. We'll get that that beat mixed down, and if we get through it quick enough, we'll get this one all set up, finish breaking these down into different patterns, get this across, and then we'll mix this down too. I'm with it. Alright, guys. Appreciate you stopping by, checking me out. This is what I'll be doing. So, if you see me live, pull up. We trying to make something, okay? I don't mind talking about what I do, because chord progressions aren't illegal. Say it with me now. Chord progressions aren't illegal. If you hear a progression that you like, especially if you hear me playing it, go for it. It's not illegal. Alright? Just make sure you keep 80% of the composition original. It better be your own idea. Alright? Because you don't want to see me neither. Anyway, let me get out of here. Remember, stay patient, remain diligent, and as always, be majestic. With that, I'm out.